Itinag ang pagpapatuloy ng dekalidad na edukasyon sa paaralang elementarya ng Tabe kahit pa sa gitna ng pandemya na ating nararanasan. Pinatunayan ito ng makasaysayang pagtatapos ng taong panuruan 2020 hanggang 2021 sa ating mga guro, magulang, panauhin at mag-aaral. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat at maligayang panonood sa ating virtual Moving Up Ceremony na may temang kalidad ng edukasyon lalong patatagin sa gitna ng pandemya. Isang karangalan ang makasama kayo upang matunghayan ang mga magsisipagtapos mula sa kindergarten. Ako si Binibining Oli Rose Dio Victoria, ang inyong guro ng palatuntunan sa araw na ito. Bilang pagbubukas ng programa, tunghayan natin ang pagpasok at pagpapakilala sa mga kawani ng Departamento ng Edukasyon at ng Paaralang Elementarya ng Tabe. Department of Education Secretary Leonor M. Briones. DepEd Regional Director May B. Eclar, PhD, CESO 3. Schools Division Superintendent Zenia G. Mostales, CESO 5. Assistant Schools Division Superintendent Rowena T. Kiambao, CESE. Tabe Elementary School Teaching Force with our District Supervisor, Mr. Gilbert M. Agapito. Bilang pasimula para sa ating palatuntunan, inaanyayahan ang lahat na umawit ng lupang hinilang at susundan ito ng isang awit panalangin, Region 3 Hymn at DepEd March.
servant, humble and meek. Lord, let me lift up those who are weak, and may the prayers of my heart always be. Make me a servant, make me a servant, make me a servant today. Make me a servant, humble and meek. Lord, let me lift up those who are weak, and may the prayers of my heart always be. Make me a servant, make me
At upang iharap ang mga batang magsisipagtapos ng kindergarten, narito po ang kanilang gurong tagapayo, Ginang Ezra B. Enriquez, ang masipag na punong guro ng Tabe Elementary School, Ginoong Alan M. Magdalas, at ang butihing tagamasid Pampurok, Ginagalang Gilbert M. Agapito.
Para sa pagpapakilala, pagpapatunay at pagpapatibay ng pagtatapos, pinagpipintagang punong guro ng Tabe Elementary School, Ginoong Alan M. Magtalas, ikinararangal ko pong iharap sa inyo ang 50 batang lalaki at 43 batang babae na may kabuang bilang na 93 kindergarten completers sa Tabe Elementary School sa taong pampaaralang 2020-2021. Kasiya-siya po nilang natupad ang kinakailangang kurikulum pang-elementarya na itinakda ng Kagawaran ng Edukasyon para sa paaralang elementarya ng Republika ng Pilipinas. Hinihiling ko po ang pagpapatibay ng kanilang pagtatapos sa kindergarten.
Bilang punong guro ng Tabe Elementary School, magalang ko pong inihaharap sa inyo ang mga kindergarten completers na binubuo ng 50 batang lalaki at 43 batang babae na may kabuang bilang na 73. Pinatutunayan ko po na kasiyasiyan nilang natupad ang mga pangailangan sa kurikulum na itinakda ng Kagawaran ng Edukasyon para sa kindergarten para sa taong pampaaralan 2020 hanggang 2021. Kung kaya, magalang ko pong inihiling sa aming tagamasid Pampurok na si Ginoong Gilbert M. Agapito na mungkahi sa katuwang na tagapamanihala ng mga paaralan sa Bulacan na si Ginang Rowena T. Kiambao, Tese, na kumakatawan sa tagapamanihala ng mga paaralan sa Sangay ng Bulacan, Dr. Zenia G. Mostoles, na pagtibayin ang kanilang moving up.
Isang mapagpalang araw sa ating lahat. Batay sa pagpapatunay ng inyong punong guro, nakasiyasiyan ninyong natupad ang mga pangangailangan sa kurikulum na itinakda ng Kagawaran ng Edukasyon para sa kindergarten para sa taong pampaaralan 2020-2021, kung kaya magalang kong iminumungkahi sa katuwang na tagapamanihala ng mga paaralan sa Bulacan, Ginang Rowena T. Kiambao, na kumakatawan sa tagapamanihala ng mga paaralan sa Sangay ng Bulacan, Dr. Zenia G. Mostoles, na pagtibayin ang kanilang moving up.
Dumako na tayo sa pagpapakilala ng mga batang magsisipagtapos mula sa kindergarten, pangkat asul at pula sa pangunguna ng kanilang gurong tagapayo, Ginang Ezra B. Enriquez.
Narito ang mga mag-aaral sa kindergarten Alap Asul. Mga lalaki: Bentor Ethan Jansen Paed, Clemente Mark Clarence Quebada, Cruz Max Alexander Morfe, Dilad Marcus Kyrie Soriano, Echevarria Josh Valdez, Edusor Ivan Cedric Tagaw, Mendoza Matt Cheriel Espanueva, Moral Sean Ray Copada, Negrillo Gabe Matthew Yangyang, Nueva Raji Gabriel Nakor, Resurrection Harvey Napoles. Rivera Kurt Nathaniel Albia. Mga babae: Belando Princess Lorraine Ambrosio, Dordas Darlene Santiago, Gabriel Zafira Jane Ulyave, Malapad Chanel Torino, Mendoza Miela Janeline Espanueva, Naik Radica Enumerables, Parcon Janine May Mocamiel, Peralta Nina Elise Pamitangco, Punzal Yesa Queenie Roca, Raimundo Crisaline Esguera, Roque Jazz Altea Tolentino. Narito naman ang mga mag-aaral sa kindergarten Alap Pula. Mga lalaki: Acuña Sorix Ezequiel Narciso, Seinas Gabriel Aquitana, Cruz John Ives Bernardo, Dalot Jordan Jed Dylan Tanig, Ibrahim Mark Francis Chicote, Manaungsong John Saint Villanda, Martin Jacob Exclamado, Natividad Cyrus Gabriel Nicdao, Nicolas Romel Andre Aton, Nicolas Zane Aiden Halum, Valiente John Richard de la Cruz. Mga babae: Anselmo Chelsea Yvonne Adriano, Janson Amber Meriden Reyes, Gamba Shekinah Kiyomi, Imperial Micaela Morales, Leoncio Yunalish Sampolio, Mendoza Christine Jewel Nuque, Ocampo Roname Ariano, Parico Francine Misha de la Peña, Parungaw Janelle Melanio, Pineda Lara Porsche Baybayon, Santos Maika Altea Lopez, Suwing Maria Gunes Grace Gianan, and Tomas Kylie Gonzales.
Mula naman sa kindergarten pangkat dilaw at puti, narito ang mga batang magsisipagtapos sa pangunguna ng kanilang gurong tagapayo, Binibining Christine D. Dancel. Mga lalaki, Mark Daniel D.C. Vianes. John Vincent G. Blaso. Kyle R.V. L. Kadab. Paul Zander N. Carpio. Arwin James R. Jasana. Francis V. Flamiani. Riley Dale M. Gonzalez. Hendrix Mike B. Hernandez. Gian Joseph C. Manuzon. Stephen Kyrie Pacson. John Brandon D.C. Perez. Daniel J. Pondolanan. Prince Mateo M. Tuazon. Reggie M. Tubos. Mga babae, Roslyn C. Badiola. Faith S. Canlas. Natalie Estella. Lay Jessery G. Gallardo. Maria Thea Ann T. Gomez. Nisi Ivara M. Gonzalez. Sofia Summer C. Santos. Desiree M. Suryo. Ivory Jane C. Unaw. Mga lalaki, Dante R. Casabuena III. Chris Liam A. Cayago. Justin Tyler M. De La Rosa. Jason G. Diaz Jr. Vincent Sam E. Digan. Kaiser Ace B. Florentino. King Alexander B. Gelsa. Kiel Aldrich N. Madrona. Dom Benedict N. Mangil. Mark Gabriel M. Marquez. Eisen Kelly A. Raymond, Prince Lester A. Sariel, Ethan Day J. Yonko. Mga babae: Rain Steffi D. Og, Princess Nessa Bautista, Rachel Ann U. Bechaida, Merowi Kyle S. Cuevas, Princess Josephine V. Geronimo, Crystalline L. Guavis, Lara Jane Mariano, Jade Ezekiel Rodrigo, Mary Joy R. Salazar, Kathleen Ann Vendivel. Muli, magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Sa oras na ito, atin namang pakinggan ang mga inihandang mensahe mula sa mga taong ating katuwang sa pag-unlad ng ating edukasyon sa kabila ng pandemya. Narito ang mga pagbati sa mga batang magsisipagtapos.
Sa pagpapatunay ng inyong punong guro na kasiyasiya ninyong natapos ang mga kinakailangan sa kurikulum na itinakda ng Kagawaran ng Edukasyon sa taong pampaaralan 2020-2021 at sa bisa ng kapangyarihang iginawad sa tagapamanihala ng mga paaralan sa Bulacan, Dr. Zenia G. Mostoles, Seso 5, na kinakatawan ng inyong lingkod, Rowena T. Quiambao, Sese, katuwang na tagapamanihala ng mga paaralan sa Bulacan, ay pinagtitibay ko ang inyong pagtatapos. Maari na ninyong tanggapin ang inyong katibayan. Pagbati.
Malugod na pagbati sa inyong matagumpay na pagtatapos ngayong taong panuruan 2020-2021. Ang bawat kabanata ng pagtatapos ng isang mag-aaral ay hudyat ng panibagong pakikipagsapalaran at umpisa ng mas malaking hamon sa tunay na laban ng buhay. Kakaiba man ang estilo ng pagtatapos sa taong ito. Virtual na seremonya dahil sa hamon ng COVID-19 pandemic. Ang mahalaga ay nabagtas ng mga mag-aaral, guro, magulang, at lahat ng opisyales ng Kagawaran ng Edukasyon ang bako-bakong daan dulot ng pandaigdigang pandemya. Hindi naging balakid ang pandemya ito sa pag-abot ng kalidad na edukasyon ng bawat kabataan. Mahirap man ang pinagdaan ng proseso. Mula sa tradisyonal na face-to-face classes ay naging blended o distance learning ang sistema ng naging pag-aaral sa bansa upang tiyakin ang kaligtasan ng mga mag-aaral. Pasasalamat sa ating mga magulang dahil sa pagsuong nila sa panganib ng COVID-19, sa pagkuha at pagsoli ng modules upang maitawid ang pag-aaral ng kanilang mga anak. Pasasalamat din sa ating mga guro sa pagpapanday at paghahasa ng kaalaman at kakayahan ng ating mga mag-aaral sa pamamagitan ng modules at virtual approaches. Pasasalamat din sa Kagawaran ng Edukasyon sa pagpapadali ng kurikulum mula sa curriculum guide ay pumili ng most essential learning competencies o MILCs na siyang ginamit ng DIA sa proseso ng pagkatuto at pag-aaral. Pasasalamat din sa inyo mga nagsipagtapos sa inyong pagpupunyagi at sa pag-aaral upang kayo ay magiging instrumento sa paghahanda sa pagpapaunlad ng kinabukasan ng lipunang inyong ginagawan. Higit sa lahat, pasasalamat din sa dakilang lumikha sa paggabay at pag-ingat sa ating lahat. Sapagkat ang bawat isa ay nagpamalas at nagpadama ng kabayanihan sa larangan ng edukasyon, ay naabot natin ang tunguhin ng DepEd na lalong pinatatak na kalidad ng edukasyon sa gitna ng pandemya. Muli, ang aking pagbati sa mga nagsipagtapos. Pagpalain tayong lahat ng buong may kapal.
The school year 2020-2021 will forever be etched in the minds and hearts of every Filipino learner as the time when education took a drastic change. The classroom suddenly was no longer the physical structure in the school, but the virtual platform on the internet or a learning space at home. Teaching did not include anymore the chalk and the blackboard, but distance learning activities like online classes, radio and TV-based instruction, and self-learning modules. And yes, the teacher was not only limited to sir and madam, but it also meant the learners' parents and guardians at home. COVID-19 has definitely changed the landscape of the teaching and learning process. Yet, with our collective resolve and resiliency, which is uniquely Filipino, we vowed not to let this pandemic stop us from making learning happen, from ensuring that our children get an education. Through the DepEd Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan, we operationalized and concretized our vision and mission that our pursuit of quality education must continue despite the pandemic. My dear graduates, completers, and academic awardees of school year 2020-2021, you are the products of this unique period in our nation's education history when we were faced with a tremendous challenge in our learning delivery. Difficult as it may be, you still managed to survive and overcome the hurdles and obstacles owing to your adaptability and creativity. This alone makes you winners, game changers, and trailblazers. To our school leaders, teachers, parents, and other stakeholders who continue to brave the imminent danger posed by the COVID-19 virus to their health and their lives every day, just to make sure that our children do not stop from learning, you are the unsung heroes and frontliners of DepEd's mantra of Sulong Edukalidad. Our dear partners in education who have given immense support to our schools, we did not only push through with the school year. We made sure that our children receive quality learning in the face of these trying times. Strengthening the quality education amid the COVID-19 pandemic is not simply about the use of various distance learning delivery modalities. It speaks about the essentials that you continuously embody, such as your generosity and dedication for education. To encapsulate it in one word, it speaks about our common goal to provide the learning opportunities for our children amidst these trying times. Many years and decades from now, our dear batch 2020-2021, when you will look back at this day of your graduation, completion ceremony, or recognition day, You will most certainly remember it with the most unique memory. For one, your day will probably be recorded in perpetuity because it happened in a virtual ceremony. Please do not look at this as a scarcity, but rather as a living testimony of your ability to rise above any adversity. Congratulations, and may God continue to bless and guide you.
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. This year, your role has changed drastically, where we've always thought, we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day, wherein finally, our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would not be taking place at all. And so thank you, teachers. Your role has also expanded, in addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning. And you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material, as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers, and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate, and therefore you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the Parent Teachers Associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug virtually, of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually. I don't know if you will remember this event many years from now. I have tried to recall myself who our graduation speaker was when I finished high school and when I finished my college studies. All I remember is that the graduation speaker was someone important, someone who was invited because that someone is supposed to give a message. What was more important to us graduates at that time was the excitement of the celebrations, the happiness and the joy of our parents, the sadness of parting from our classmates and from our teachers, and the enjoyment of all the graduation events that usually take place come commencement day. When I was a college student, we had a series of events which were designed to embed in our minds, which were designed to help us remember and not forget our days in college. We would spend one whole day going around the campus, visiting the classrooms, saying goodbye to our teachers, and sharing memories. We would have bonfires to say goodbye to each other. We had baccalaureate services where we committed ourselves to God and we prayed for guidance when we go out into the world. So many celebrations, and the speaker, of course, is the least important and easily forgotten component of the graduation exercise. Nonetheless, I will exert all efforts to share with you what I see are things or issues which a graduate should remember and recall. I have said that you are very special. You are very different. You are pioneering. There has been no other class like your class. There has been no other graduate like you as a graduating student, because you are the very first graduate of the blended learning response to education in the Philippines. And so you ask yourself, what awaits you in the world outside? You can either work, because the kind of curriculum you survived and underwent as a student will enable you to go to work if you wish to go to work. Some of you will proceed to further studies, and this would be a wonderful thing because there are many opportunities for further expanding your knowledge, for further answering and looking for explanations of issues, events that make you curious, especially in science, in technology, and also in the arts. So you can work, you can go to further studies, and perhaps some of you will settle down, hopefully not too soon, so you can pursue what you really want to do. So today, this is why we call this exercise a commencement exercise. It's not the end of our studies. It's not the end of all our efforts with blended learning, with modules, with floods, with earthquakes, and of course with COVID. It's a commencement of doors opening to you. More doors will be opened because you are a graduate. You can work, you can proceed for further studies, you can help your parents, and you can perhaps look for opportunities to do what you have always wanted to do, whether at work, whether at advanced studies, whether at learning more in science, in technology, in mathematics, and in the arts. All of these opportunities are available to you. More doors are being opened. I hope you will select the door which arouses your curiosity, the door which will help you know more about this world, and the door which will allow you to contribute to the development of our country and contribute whatever we can to solve our problems and our challenges. Congratulations once more to each and every one of you. Congratulations to you, parents and family members. Congratulations to you, teachers. When I was chair of the board of Silliman University, each time we had graduation ceremonies, during the baccalaureate and during commencement itself, I would cry. I would cry because you are sending out into the world a new batch of graduates, and We want to be sure that what is awaiting them is appropriate. We want to be sure that they are ready for what awaits them when they select which door to open. And so, we tell you, go out to the world, do whatever you want to do. God be with you, and be assured that all of us love each and every one of you. Congratulations.
Congratulations sa ating mga magsisipagtapos at lalo higit sa ating mga magulang. Batid natin ang isang graduation ay isang simula pa lamang ng malayong paglalakbay. This is just the beginning. It is not the end. Alam natin na panibagong level ang ating susuunin sa mga darating na panahon. Na akin lang pakiusap, always to remember our quest for excellence. Ito yung ating binabaon sa lahat ng ating mga kabataan. You want to excel in life? Kailangan parati yung tatandaan yung 3S of success. Ano ba yung unang S? Sipag. There is no substitute for hard work. Hindi umaaseso ang tamad. Pangalawang S, sino? Hindi umaaseso ang bulagsak. Kung sino ang pinakamasinop, yun ang nagtatagumpay sa buhay. At yung huling S, swerte. Kung malas ka, kahit anong sipag mo, anong silop mo, hindi ka aasenso. So, paano ka ngayon suswertehin? Ito yung tandaan nyo, sapagkat ito yung bili ng aking dakilang ama. Sabi sa akin ng aking ama, anak, you want to be successful in life, you should always remember that in everything that you do, you should always try to do and give the best. And God will do the rest. Yun ang pinakamahalaga sa lahat. You have to be the best in every undertaking that you are doing. At yun din ang dahilan. Kaya dito sa bayan ng Giginto, marati natin sinasabi, kailangan, gusto mong umasenso, ikaw ang pinakamagaling. Kaya dito sa bayan ng Giginto, ang sigaw natin, basta magaling, sa Giginto ng galing. Again, congratulations sa mga magsisipagtapos at sa ating mga magulang.
Isang mapagpalang araw po sa kanilang lahat. Karangalan po ng inyong lingkod, Gobernador Daniel Ramirez Fernando. Nabatiin kayo sa natatanging araw ng pagtatapos ng ating mga mag-aaral na Bulakenyo sa taong pamparalan 2020 to 2021. Kasabay ng ating pagharap sa isang matinding krisis pangkalusugan dahil sa pandemya, patuloy na nagsikap ang ating mga mag-aaral na linangin ang kanilang mga kaalaman at kakayahan para sa katuparan ng kanilang mga pangarap. Alam ko po na hindi naging madali ang adjustment sa distance learning. Subalit, dahil sa ating pagkakaisa at pagpapahalaga sa edukasyon, narito tayo sa araw na ito na kilalanin ang pagpupunyagi at katatagan ng ating mga mag-aaral. Ang pagdiriwang na ito ay tanda po ng kanilang kahandaan na harapin ang mga bagong pagsubok sa kanilang buhay. Ang bawat lansangan po ay may dulo, subalit hindi ito nangangahulugan na tapos na ang paglalakbay. Bagkus panahon na para tahakin naman ang isang panibagong landas. Mga mahal kong magsisipagtapos, ipagdiwang nyo ang tagumpay na ito ng may pananabik sa mga susunod pang yugto ng inyong buhay. Bit-bit ang mga aral at karanasan mula sa inyong paralan. Lumakad kayo sa lansangan ng inyong pangarap. Pasalamatan niyo po ang mga taong kasama niyong nagsakripisyo at sumuporta sa inyong edukasyon. Sa ating mga magulang naman, maraming salamat po sa inyong pagpapagal para may ipantustos sa mga pangangailangan ng ating mga mag-aaral o ng inyong mga anak. Kulang ang salita para parangalan ng inyong pagmamahal at siyempre, higit sa lahat ang malasakit, Sa kabila ng matinding o matitinding hamon ay sinikap niyong itaguyod ang edukasyon ng inyong mga anak. Ang araw pong ito ay tagumpay ninyo, mga magulang. Binabati ko rin at pinasasalamatan, of course, ang ating mga guro, ang pamunuan ng paaralan at mga non-teaching personnel na gumabay at tumubog sa ating mga kabataan para maging mahusay, mabuti at mapanagutang mamamayan ng ating lipunan. Sobrang saya po ang nararamdaman ko dahil alam ko po na ang mga kabataang Bulakenyo ay mga maasahang tagapagmana ng ating sambayanan. Mula sa mga magsisipagtapos, ngayon ay ihintayin ko ang mga susunod na mamumuno sa ating lalawigan at sa ating bansa. Sa pagtatapos po ay nais kong mag-iwan ng 3 mahalagang pangaral o paalala sa ating mga mag-aaral na magsisipagtapos mula na rin sa aking mga sariling karanasan. Una po, lagi niyong tandaan at tatandaan na hindi kayo nag-iisa. Hindi magiging madali ang mga susunod ninyong paglalakbay, pero hindi ninyo dapat ito harapin ng mag-isa. Laging nariyan ang inyong mga magulang at mga kapamilya, ang inyong mga kaibigan, siyempre, at ang ibang mga mahal sa buhay para po pagaanin ang inyong mga dalahin. Narito rin ang pamahalaang panlalawigan para maging sandigan po ninyo sa lahat ng mga hamon sa panahon o sa darating na panahon. Success is so much sweeter once it is shared with our loved ones. Yan po ang tandaan nyo. Napatunayan ko po ito ng paulit-ulit na sa aking buhay. Wala po ako ngayon. Okay, wala po ako ngayon kung hindi dahil sa mga taong sumuporta, nagtiwala at nagbigay sa akin ng lakas ng loob. Lagi kayong kumuha ng inspirasyon, lakas at patnubay sa mga tao po sa inyong paligid. Pangalawa, ang buhay po ay hindi isang karera. Tandaan niyo po, walang deadline ng ating mga pangarap. Tayo po ay may kanya-kanyang tinatahak na kalsada. Darating ang mga sandali na tayo ay, madarapa at mapapagod. Pwede naman po tayo magpahinga. Pero hindi tayo dapat sumurrender o sumuko. Ang ikatlo po at ang pinakamahalaga sa lahat ay ialay nyo ang lahat sa ating Panginoon Diyos o dakilang lumikha. Ang lahat ng ating karunungan at kalakasan ay nagmumula po sa Kanya. Ibalik natin sa Kanya ang bawat tagumpay at kasiyahan sapagkat wala po tayong mararating kung wala siya sa ating buhay. Mga mahal kong Bulakenyo na magsisipagtapos, congratulations po sa inyo lahat. Pagpalain ka at ingatan kayo ng poong may kapal.
Sa ngalan ng mga guro ng paaralang elementarya ng Tabe, muli ang aming pagbati sa inyong lahat. Napatunayan ninyo na sa kabila ng krisis na ating kinakaharap, tinupad ninyo ang isang pangarap ng inyong magulang para sa simula ng inyong tagumpay. Muli, ako si Binibining Oli Rose Dio Victoria. Isang mapagpalang araw sa ating lahat.